Are you gonna go, or are you gonna just keep standing there staring? Ready, set? Are you doing it? Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the What's Cooking Wednesday here at BigJon TV. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you watching. What do we got?
Food.
We got food. It's Wednesday. We're gonna cook food. Big game coming up. Big football game this weekend. I'm not gonna mention the name.
Yeah, because it's all like copyrighted and trademarked. You can't use the name anywhere.
The NFL,
it's so weird.
I've heard the NFL will come after you if you use it. So we're not going to say exactly what it is, but you know what I'm talking about. We've also got NASCAR about to start up, Daytona 500 coming up. So you're going to want tailgate food ideas.
Easy appetizers, yummy things that you can pick up with your fingers real easy and eat.
Yep, I have a nice big counter table loaded up with snacks for you to watch the big game. So we've got 3 recipes we're going to show you today. We're going to show you one that's really, really bad for you. We're going to show you a healthy option, and then we're going to show you a third that could go either way. You get to decide.
Yeah, because I don't really care about the games or the races or any of that. I like to watch the commercials.
Right.
And I like to eat.
Yep. All right, so let's get in the kitchen. Well, we're already in the kitchen.
Clearly.
Let's get cooking. I may pop in later. I may help.
Probably not.
I'll definitely pop in later to eat. But
that's for sure.
All right, let's get going.
All right. Let's start with the really unhealthy one first. It's super unhealthy. We're going to use 3 jars of this Kraft spread and 2 sticks of butter. Those are our main ingredients. Final being a loaf of bread. So let me show you how we put this together. All right, we're going to start out with our 2 sticks of butter in a bowl. And we're going to soften these in the microwave. Be right back. All right, our butter is nice and soft, and I will point out I'm using unsalted butter to try and keep the salt level just a little bit more in check. We're gonna add in our cheese. All right, 3 jars emptied. Now, as this was given to me, this recipe was called poppy seed cheese bread. I don't have any poppy seeds, so I'm not adding that to the top. So we're just gonna call it cheese bread. Apparently it was a church favorite back when John's parents were first married. It was brought to every church gathering function. But it kind of got lost for a while, and just recently Susan wanted to have it again. Somehow she thought about it and just went searching to find the recipe, and this is what she came up with. She made it around Christmas time and it was pretty good, so we're gonna make it again.
It was super yummy.
All right, that is now well combined. We're gonna set this aside and move on to our bread. So I've got 1 uncut loaf of, this is actually Italian bread, a little less crusty on the outside, which is what I want. So traditionally, this would have been made with unsliced sandwich bread, so it was much more square. But I got lucky and found this nice looking one at Walmart, where it's not so flat and not quite so round. It's a really great shape. I think this is gonna work perfectly. And we're gonna slice and dice this thing. All right, we're gonna start with a cut down the center. And open it up. And we are gonna slather every surface of this bread. All right, that is fully slathered. We're gonna put this back together. The cheese butter mixture is gonna act as our glue to hold everything in place. And now we're gonna slice it 3 times along the top. Make sure you cut all the way through. So this is different than some of the cheesy pull-apart breads I've seen in the past where you don't cut all the way through. You leave them connected. This one, we're just laying it all out. And we'll slather these sides with cheese also. All right, and these are gonna get stuck back together. Plop. Swing it around and we'll cheese up these sides. This is not keto, this is not diet, this is not low sodium. This is full-on goodness. All right, You can see how the cheese butter mixture really glues this back together. That makes it like solid again. Now from this point, we're gonna make about 7 cuts. We want it to be nice 1-inch cubes, kind of bite size. And then we'll do the same thing. We'll slather each bit. Let's go. Super important here to have a nice sharp knife. This would be nearly impossible with a dull knife. And it's totally messy. Sorry guys. Alright, I cannot believe it, but check it out. I've used all that mixture. Last piece here. Sticking it back together. Alright, I need to grab some foil. I'll be right back. Alright, so I've got here 2 sheets of foil. It specifically says double foil it. We're going to try and move this over. This is a huge, cheesy, buttery mess. Woo! I did it. We're gonna seal it up. All right, this is going in a 375-degree oven for about, we're gonna go for like 12 minutes. We're gonna take a look at it. We want it to start turning nice and golden and everything being melted. It really doesn't need to cook a whole lot. So let's be right back. In case you couldn't tell, the first one was our unhealthy appetizer. This is now our healthy appetizer. We have cauliflower florets, and we're going to make buffalo cauliflower bites. So we're gonna kind of mimic the flavors of a buffalo wing, but in something healthy. Cauliflower. It'll be keto, it'll be delicious. So let's go, let's put this together. We're gonna start with 1/2 cup of coconut flour. All right, we got 2 teaspoons of garlic salt, 1 tablespoon of olive oil, and 1/2 cup of water. All right, and we'll give this a stir. All right, 1/2 cup of water. Gonna make this a nice batter. One egg. One more 1/2 cup. I like to add the water slowly to make sure I get the right proportions. All right, and that's looking pretty good. We want something that's gonna stick to our cauliflower, but not be too thick. So I'm using a bag of cauliflower florets. You could use a whole head if you chose, but you want them to be nice bite-sized pieces. So some of these are good, and some of them I'm gonna have to make a bit smaller. Once we get a little of the batter on them, they're going onto our pan. All right, these are gonna go into a 450-degree oven for about 15 minutes, and then we'll finish them off. Okay, I've just pulled the bread out to check on it. You can see it's starting to get a little golden around the edges. I'm gonna put it back in for just a few minutes. Oh, and it smells delicious. Oop. All right, we're almost ready for the next step on our cauliflower bites, and that is going to be 2 tablespoons of melted butter and 2/3 of a cup of Frank's Red Hot sauce. So very traditional flavors, Just giving it kind of a healthier twist. Okay, they've been in the oven about 15 minutes. We're going to drop them into our hot sauce. All right, we're going to toss them. Alright, gotta toss these gently so we don't destroy them. Get them coated in that red hot. Those look good and coated to me. A little bit more, I think, at the bottom. Alright, and then we'll place them back on our pan. These are still really hot, so I'm going to use some tongs to spread them back out a bit. Alright, these are going back into our 450-degree oven for about 20 more minutes. Alright, our buffalo cauliflower bites are ready. I'm going to plate these up. Our bread is also ready to go. Let's get that opened up. Oh yeah, look at that, all gooey and cheesy. It smells fantastic. Alright, so there was no fancy plating of this bread. It is so gooey down in the bottom that it is staying on the foil, and I've got it on a nice platter so we can move it around. But this is it. Let's have Jon in here so he can make us a drink.
Alright, so this drink is, I don't want to say inspired because it's basically we're just ripping it off. From a place that we really enjoyed. We were in Salt Lake City, Provo area, a place called Swig. And they have a bunch of non-alcoholic soda mixed drinks. And this was one of my favorite because it includes my favorite soda, Dr. Pepper. So this is called a Dirty Dr. Pepper. Just a couple of ingredients, super easy, tons of flavor. Let's build it. Got ourselves a nice mason jar. We're going to put some ice in it. Try not to make too big of a mess. Alright, into the ice we are going to add, we got lime. I'm going to quarter it. I'm going to take half of the lime. I'm going to squeeze it into the jar. Want all the juice out of there that we can. And then they're going in too. Alright, next ingredient, coconut syrup. Now you can find this at Walmart. You can find this at any restaurant supply warehouse. This was from Smart & Final. Lots of flavors available. Basically it's a teaspoon of this mix for every cup of soda. This is about a 2 to 3 cup vessel. So I'm just going to eyeball, I'm not going to measure. I'm just going to put 2 to 3 teaspoons in, basically is what I'm doing. That's like 1, like 2, like 3. How about that? Now I told you you can make this either good or bad, depending on your taste. This would work just as good with the Diet Dr. Pepper. Filling it up. Alright, so we got coconutty, limey, Dr. Peppery. Those flavors work great together. If you want to get fancy, rim the glass, stick it down on there, and you're good to go.
Okay.
Alright.
You ready to try all this?
Game time, let's eat.
Alright. I'm going for a buffalo bite.
You know what, I'm going to start there too. You know, no, I'm not. I'm going to grab one of these pieces of bread. Let's do it, ready? Oh, look at that bite. Mm-hmm.
So these are good. They're not going to fool anybody into thinking they're actually chicken. but the flavors are there.
Ooh.
They're delicious. Oh, excuse me. The Frank Red Hot's getting the back of my throat. I don't know. I like them. They're a good alternative.
I was going to say on this real quick, the cheese on there is fantastic. I think next time what I would do personally, a little bit of melted butter with some garlic on it, or in it, on top of this, before you toast it the one last time.
I considered that.
That would make it fantastic. But just as it is, look how easy and simple that is. Pulling apart, full of cheese.
Oh, that one didn't want to come apart.
And this would be good hot or cold, really. I mean, it could sit out. No big deal.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me jump in on these because I really want to try them. You got some blue cheese dressing there, is that what that is too?
Yep, that's a nice chunky blue
Excellent.
cheese.
I mean, looking at a plate like that, that looks like chicken bites, right? Seriously, like, you're not going to trick anybody, like she said. But the flavor,
But the flavor's there.
being able to dip, being able to get that spice, these are really good. They don't taste at all like cauliflower right now either.
No, no. Like, blindfolded, I'd be like, that's not a meat, but I don't know what it is.
Right.
Which I guess that's a good thing, right?
All right, and then my drink.
I had an itchy nose, sorry. Ooh, I like the coconut in there. I could do personally with a little bit more lime to give it a little bit more zing.
I would agree with that.
So maybe a whole lime for it. But it's a good flavor. The coconut makes it feel very tropical.
That's
I feel
nice.
like I should be in Hawaii.
Yeah, so like if you want to get involved with a mixed drink, but you don't drink alcohol, you want something different, something fancy, there you go.
It totally changes the taste of the Dr. Pepper.
Absolutely. Dirty Dr. Pepper, that's good stuff.
Yep. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video.
Yep.
Let us know if you've ever heard of any of these recipes. Because like this church bread, I'd never heard of it personally.
No.
I've heard of cheesy pull-apart bread, but this is not anywhere close to the ones I've seen on the internet before. And the cauliflower the cauliflower bites are probably going to start to peak in popularity now with the keto.
With the keto twist of things. But
Yeah.
yeah, these are really good. Really, they're fairly simple, but they're all three of these things, huge flavor.
Loaded with flavor.
And they're not that difficult to do, really. I mean, it's a couple things, bing, bang, boom, done.
That's true. Alright guys, make sure you click the like, subscribe, share it with your friends.
Yep, thanks for watching, guys. Catch you on the next one.
Bye.
See you.